Hello there and welcome to the Fed Talk. Today we're joined by Smiths News. We have their Retail Proposition Development Manager, Kaleigh Philips on, and we also have one of our Fed members based in the Northeast, Muntazir Dipoti. So before we get into the conversation and see what's been happening with Smiths News, let's get to know Kaleigh and Monty a little bit better. So Kaleigh, let's start with a little bit about yourself. Tell me about your role at Smiths News.
Yeah, of course. So my name's Kaleigh Philips, and as you say, I'm the Retail Proposition Development Manager. I've been with Smiths for about 13 years this time around, and previously I was the business manager for the Fed. So hopefully I might be a friendly face for some of you. So currently my role is working as part of our growth team. So I'm working with Hallmark to integrate the offer into our business and then outwardly into our retailers.
Fantastic. Thank you, Kaleigh. And then Monty, how about yourself? Tell me a bit about your store and your career in retail so far.
Hi, good morning, Nathan. Right, so obviously, I started in retail about going back probably 33 years ago. At the beginning, it was in and out, and then the journey just began from there, really. And been in retail for, like I said, 33 years. It's been a great journey, to be honest with you, especially. In the challenging times, should we say? But that's what we're best at. When there's challenges, we rise above it all the time.
Exactly, keeps you on your toes, doesn't it, Monty?
Absolutely.
So fantastic! Thank you both, and thanks for joining us today. Kaleigh, let's start with you. So you touched on it very briefly in your intro there. So can you tell us a little bit more about how Smiths News have got into cards as a growth opportunity?
Yeah, of course. So as you know, we've spent the last few years looking at growth opportunities. So recycle being one of those, as an example that I know we've come and talked to you about before. As part of that research, we kept coming across the card category. And one of the things that, from talking to our retailers was that it can be a bit of a tricky category to manage. And obviously that's something that we are well versed in with News and Mags, managing something that's a bit more complex. So we completed a bit more research into the category. We kind of understood there are a lot of different offers out there, not always the best quality or potentially best option for our retailers, or sometimes it's even just difficult to get it into the store. So we absolutely saw that as an opportunity. We took some time to understand kind of what our role would be within it. So not only for our customers, but also kind of stepping into the world of cards and how we wanted to do that. So as part of that process, we met with multiple suppliers, ultimately coming to the conclusion that if we wanted to do this, we wanted to partner with Hallmark being the #1 global brand and being able to bring absolutely the best for our retailers.
Fantastic. Thanks, Kaleigh. And my next question would be, I suppose, how's it going so far for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's going great. Don't get me wrong, it's been a massive learning curve. Hallmark are the brand, and we're getting to bring that to our independent retailers, which is really, really exciting. I guess to tell you a little bit about what the offer is. So we've got 2 fixtures that are available at the moment. One of them is a meter bay, and it holds 96 cards with a range of gift wrap and gift bags. And then we also have a spinner, which is 4-sided and holds 48 cards. So those fixtures are included as part of the package. We defer that payment for 4 weeks just to give you a bit of a head start, get some sales under your belt. Our retailers get a 50% profit margin, and we also support with a fully merchandised setup. So you're not having to refer to your planogram. There's no guesswork. We come and do all of that for you, and it is delivered and invoiced by us. Because one of the things for us around this project is making sure that our intention is to make it as easy as possible for our retailers.
Amazing, Kaleigh. It would be interesting to know, especially for the retailers watching this where it might be new to them, how are the ranges decided? How was that done?
Okay, that's a really good question. So the ranges are designed by Hallmark specifically for our independent customers. So to give a bit of context, Hallmark have got loads of really, really interesting data around shopper habits. And we know for the convenience sector, your shopper, when they're buying cards, is quite often sit in one of two categories. So either you're an organised shopper who's planning your purchase, you know where you want to go, and you're often looking for that quality, or you might be a less organised shopper, which is absolutely the camp I sit in. And you're potentially buying on impulse and therefore open to spending a little bit more. With that said, 90% of our range is under £3, so you're still getting that value, but you're getting the quality of Hallmark. And then in addition to our everyday ranges, we have seasonal ranges. So for these, we provide the FSDU, we provide the header cards and the range of cards, but in this instance, they're all fully SOR. So it's just an additional sales opportunity alongside your everyday lines.
Fantastic, Kaleigh. It's really starting to sound like a bit of a no-brainer.
Right.
So, Monty, I know and can see that you're on board. So tell me how it's working for you.
Nathan, I think what it was, we've always had for a number of years in this shop, we've always had a massive range of the greeting cards. So when I was approached by Kaleigh to see if I'd be able to do a trial, to me it was a non-brainer because all I had to do was give them a space of a meter bay. Which you can see actually behind me. The display has been completely done. Now I think correct me if I'm wrong, Kaleigh, but is it about nearly 6 to 8 months now we've had it?
I think it was about November we launched.
So we had to, and for me, I think it's gone really well, Nathan. What it provides for my customers is it gives them the range on both sides. So they've got the Hallmark range, and then they've got the really budget range. So for me, the customers are really happy, and for us, it's gone. It could have not gone any better.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Monty. And then just to finish off, Kaleigh, and I imagine there will be a lot of interested retailers. Any retailers watching this want to get in touch? What do they need to do?
Absolutely. So if you are interested, as a reminder, we've got the packages that include a meter bay or a spinner. Or if you just wanted some more information, we've got a dedicated team that are managing the Hallmark activity. So give us a call. Our number is 03303 115 036. You can tell I'm having to read that. Or email us on hallmark@smithsnews.co.uk.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Kaleigh. We'll have those numbers and details on the screen as you read them, so retailers can get in touch. But that brings us to an end. Thank you so much for joining us, Kaleigh and Monty. Thank you for your time, and thank you to everyone that's tuned in as well. Have a great day.
Thank you for having us.
Take care.